Hello and welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you for escaping with us. That's Alex. I'm Andrew.
And as always, with great power comes great David Montgomery ability. We are filming. That was disgusting. We are filming this on a Friday. Last night was Thursday Night Football, the first Thursday Night Football of the year. I'm obviously very pumped. You were streaming. Did you hear me screaming?
Yeah. So did chat.
I'm sure. I was freaking pumped.
Sounded like a fun game.
David Montgomery. Underrated Chicago Bears running back Dave Montgomery. Now overrated Detroit Lions running back Dave Montgomery scored the game-winning touchdown.
Let's go.
There's no better way to do it.
That's our boy.
I bet the Lions. Obviously, I won that bet, but it was pretty incredible to watch me win that bet in that fashion. We got 3 messages last night of people saying they specifically drafted David Montgomery in their fantasy league because of our show, and they were thrilled.
Yeah, the only thing I know about that game is my running back that was in didn't score as much as he was projected to, so now I'm projected to lose.
Who was it? Isaiah Pacheco?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a bad pick.
Apparently.
All right. Right, we're underway. Last night, we saw The Nun II.
Yeah.
You want to review it real quick?
Oh, you want to do it out of 10?
Yeah.
On it? I'm going to be way higher than you because I'm nicer.
Yeah. I've got my score ready.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Nun 2 out of 10. Ready?
The Nun II.
Review. 3, 2, 1.
2 out of 10.
5.5.
Yeah, this is in competition for the worst movie I saw this year.
Well, I gave Meg a 5.
Yeah.
And this is about the same.
Yeah, I think it might be worse. I definitely liked it less than the Meg too.
I'm gonna say the same thing about this movie that I said about the Meg.
Yeah.
The writing is bad and everything is bad.
Yeah.
But then the second half is fun.
Yeah.
Once they're trying to like do the detective stuff and figure out what's happening with the nun, and then they get back, and there's a devil goat, and there's the nun, and then there's the zombie guy, and they're all running around with the eyes and the. I was having fun.
Yeah,
it's a horror movie. Everyone knows horror movies aren't supposed to be that great, unless it's Hereditary or Conjuring.
But so here's my issue. This is from the Conjuring universe.
Yeah,
and this is now the 3rd time we've seen this nun character, who, by the way, scary as all hell. The design of the character is brilliant.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking to myself, she just hasn't reached the heights of Conjuring 2, her first appearance.
She was the scariest in Conjuring 2?
Yeah, like her first appearance is the scariest she's ever been. And
is that she was in the portrait.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
sick.
the scariest nun scene we've ever gotten.
Yeah.
And in this movie, we get a scene from Conjuring 2, which is
and it was like
the hallway. And I was like, oh, that's the best scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, and it was just, that was just James Wan.
There's two things that were scary in this movie. One of them, everyone in the audience, it was very fun.
And it was nice because these Conjuring movies love to do jump scares. Do you remember the Crow jump scare where I literally went, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's just loud noise. And so you jump because it's a loud noise. The one that everybody went, whoa, no noise. It was silent. And I was like, oh, that's great.
No, yeah, it was everyone, like all 4 of us that went audibly reacted. And we heard almost everyone in the audience was like, oh.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That is the thing. And you know this about me. I don't know what it is. People have done this to me in real life, Haley included, our roommate.
Yeah.
I don't know. God wired me in some way where, like, stomping towards you freaks me out. Haley is just my friend, and she has just stomped towards me one time, and it was the most scared I've ever been in my life. There's a scene in this where the devil in the form of a weird goat is stomping down some stairs, a dark stairway towards the camera. My body entered flight or fight. I was the only one that reacted to it, but it freaked me out.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
That's fun.
It's fun.
So I do want to say Peter Safran. Oh, yeah, please.
Do you know where not the main girl, the one that was the sidekick that was smoking?
Yeah.
Do you know where you should know her from?
Storm Bailey or whatever. Storm Reed. She's from The Suicide Squad.
Yes,
she's Idris Elba's daughter.
Yeah.
She's in a bunch of stuff.
She's in a few other
Hollywood
things,
loves her right
yeah.
now. Yeah, Storm Reed. And then you mentioned the teacher is from Narnia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I can't remember. It's it's the older sister.
Yeah.
She looks exactly the same.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. Peter Safran is in charge of the Conjuring universe.
Mm-hmm.
He is the co-guy with James Gunn. James Gunn for DC's new universe. They've hired him because they like his world building with the Conjuring universe, plus James Gunn. This movie actively makes me nervous. I do want to say this.
Okay.
James Wan, you know who he is. Everybody should know who he is. He's the GOAT. James Wan made Aquaman 1 and made $1 billion. The people that make the Conjuring movies should be actively praying that Aquaman 2 flops and then just pay James Wan a blank check. Just give him a blank check and make him direct every Conjuring movie. Because we have gotten like 6 or 7 Conjuring movies at this point. It is the highest grossing horror franchise of all time by a country mile. Higher than Friday the 13th, higher than Nightmare on Elm Street, higher than Scream, higher than Exorcist. It is #1 horror franchise of all time by a country mile, and it is newer than all of those franchises, okay? But we have not had a good one since the second one. Only the first one and the second one are the only good ones. And then Annabelle 2 is pretty good. Every other movie, I think, has been complete ass. Give James Wan a blank check and just have him direct the rest of them.
The first Annabelle? I can't remember.
No. The first Annabelle is bad. The second Annabelle is good.
I remember. Okay, so obviously I agree with you. Third Conjuring, bad.
Bad. By the way, this movie directed by the same guy that did Conjuring 3.
Third Annabelle.
Bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
First Nun. Bad. I thought first Annabelle was okay. Second one was good.
Yeah.
Which Nun do you like better? Do you like Nun 1 or Nun 2 better?
Nun 1.
Really? I like Nun 2 better. Easily.
That's fine.
Easily. Nun 1 I would easily give a 2 or 3.
I give Nun 1 a 2. I think Nun 1's bad. I think that this is a 2. I think they're both 2s, but I like Nun 1 better. Because I like this movie. I turn to you. We're talking a little bit too much about this movie, but I turn to you within 10 minutes of this movie. They've introduced 50 characters in the first 10 minutes, and they all look exactly the same.
In the first half, both of us, I was like laughing. I was like, holy crap, this is bad. And I was like looking at you, and we were like, really?
Like Nun 1 does not have that problem.
Yeah, but Nun 1, like, it depends on what you want. If you're going to most people are going to the theaters to see a cheesy horror movie. And obviously you want that, but we also want like a good Conjuring universe. Like we want it to be better. We want to compare it to Conjuring 2.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not going to do that. So if you're going to the theaters and you're looking for a fun horror movie, you're going to get that in some ways, but it's just not. Like, it's not the best horror movie of the year, even by a long shot. Talk to Me crushes this.
And I didn't see Insidious. I heard bad things, but I'm sure that's better than this.
I saw Boogeyman,
which is better than this.
I give it a little bit of an edge, yeah. This was definitely on my lower half of the movies for this year, but there's a lot that are just like kind of toss-ups, like right in this area.
It wasn't good, unfortunately.
I had fun with it.
Just give James Wan a blank check and have him be the only director for the Conjuring universe going forward. And I promise you will make billions.
Yeah.
Good one.
Good one. Clink.
There you go. My mug should be coming in this week. This is probably the last episode.
It's been way too long.
I know.
Entirely too long.
I got it from...
What's wrong with the Chinese?
Okay. China.
Where's your mug coming from?
China.
Fan segment?
The hut is falling apart. I broke my door yesterday.
Your guest house is falling apart?
Like this whole house that I live in?
Yeah.
Like yesterday I opened the door and I ripped the door off the hinges.
Are you Bruce Banner?
Probably. I was going to say Clark Kent, but... And then I shattered the light.
You did do that. If the lighting doesn't look as good, which it probably doesn't look good normally anyways, it's even worse now.
Because it's all my fault. And now we're going to have
You're taking everything that is dear to this podcast and shattering it.
You're right. The mug, the light.
Just don't ever touch this.
Yeah, I never will. I'll have Rachel handle it. Not that she,
You like... What? Go ahead. Insult her. Go ahead.
I mean, she just would probably drop it as well.
You going to drop stuff?
No.
Okay. Yeah, fan segment.
Fan segment.
Yeah.
We're gonna answer y'all's questions. I want to go first. Have you seen that clip of Johnny Depp smacking the security guard's hand?
No.
Someone gives Johnny Depp like at a panel. Someone like goes up to the desk and like when they're walking off, gives him like a bear, like a little stuffed bear, and he's like, "Oh, thank you," whatever. And as they're walking off, the security guard tries to like take it from him to carry it from him, and he goes and smacks his hand.
That's funny.
It's really cute. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Fan segment.
Yep.
Ember, who is a patron.
Yep.
He's also in my streams a lot,
Yep.
a lot, and he does a lot of edits of stuff from the stream. So I love it.
Love Ember.
In the merch drop, will there be a hat? Because we're working on merch.
Not the first one.
Wow, really? Hat guys vetoing the hats?
Not the first drop. That'll be the second drop.
Second drop? Okay. They're gonna revolt. We've had revolutions in the Discord already.
Great. Patron Obi-Wan Stoney. Favorite shows of all time that aren't superhero related? I don't think either of our shows are superhero related.
Yeah, like if you stretch that definition, you could make Avatar, I guess. But
Yeah, your favorite show is Avatar.
my top 3, which could all be considered like nerdy superhero, I guess, would be Avatar, Stranger Things, and Attack on Titan. After that, I like things like 24. I like Sons of Anarchy. Peaky Blinders is really good, but I wouldn't put it up that high.
I don't know if any of my shows are nerd shows. I really like Invincible, and I really like Daredevil season 1 and 3. But my favorite show of all time is The Haunting of Hill House. Arrested Development's up there. Freaks and Geeks has got to be up there. Yeah.
I've got a couple more that I can't think of right now, but Rebel Josiah. Do you think in Kung Fu Panda 4, Poe will pass the Dragon Warrior role? If so, to whom?
No.
I don't know. I just don't know what they're doing with it at this point. How many are they going to make? Is it going to be a Toy Story situation where it should have ended and they're going to keep going and they're going to do like spin-offs with the new Dragon Warrior?
Kung Fu Panda 3 have like a nice ending?
Yes, but I think they still do the thing where like they leave it where you could make something else.
Because I haven't seen Kung Fu Panda 3.
It's not great.
That's what I've heard. That's why I haven't seen it.
Maybe we should watch it for Patron Night.
Let's do it. Cassidy Weathers, the patron.
The patron.
The patron.
The David Montgomery tier
No,
patron.
of course, the GOAT.
Cassidy or Dave Montgomery? Both.
Loki season 2 is less than a month away. Wow. Do you have any plot theories for the season? No. I didn't watch the trailer. Did you watch the trailer?
Loki bangs himself again.
Probably.
Oh,
he's going to see her at a McDonald's.
And then they're going to bang.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, what?
He sees her at a McDonald's, and it was in the trailer. So, like, McDonald's is running this whole campaign. It's like as seen in, and then they show all the things that they're in.
Question for the... do you have any more answers to that? I don't have any theories or anything.
I want to go into it as blind as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't like it as much as you.
Loki season 1.
Yeah. It's still good.
What would you give it out of 10?
Don't ask me that.
Why? You're really low on it?
Like a 6 or a 7.
Unbelievable. You think Loki season 2 is worse than Quantumania?
Season 1.
Yeah. You think Loki season 1 is worse than Quantumania?
I am much harsher on TV shows than you. I am much nicer on movies. I'm much harsher on TV shows.
Doesn't matter. Loki, top 8 MCU project.
It's hard for me to compare a
Honestly,
TV show. It's hard to make for me to compare.
It's like, yeah, top 8.
I might give it a 7.
Ridiculous. There is Guardians 3, Endgame, nothing on Loki season 1.
You're out of control.
Nothing on Loki season 1.
You're out of control. It just...
What do you mean there's one bad episode? Every other episode is perfect. And there's only 6.
Perfect?
Yes.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
It's not bad. I think it's really good. It's in my top 5.
You gave it a 6 out of 10.
Because, like, most TV shows...
You think it's worse than Quantumania? You think it's worse than Thor: The Dark World?
I think movies are just better.
Crazy.
I think TV shows just get in their own way.
What you just said to me would be the equivalent of me saying that Thor Ragnarok is better than Avatar The Last Airbender because movies are just better.
No.
There are some clear distinctions.
One of the best TV shows ever.
Yeah. Loki, great.
Shut the frick up.
There are more bad MCU projects than good ones. Loki's one of the great ones.
I think Loki is good.
Clearly not enough.
I don't know how to rank
What's the
TV
next
shows.
question? Is it me
It's
or
me.
you? Okay.
Question for the pod. If Stan Lee were in Spider-Man No Way Home, what line would you like him to say?
I don't know about line, but I think that's a really interesting question. Like, where would you have him cameo in that movie?
In that one specifically?
I really want him to interact with Toby and Andrew.
No, I definitely want him to say something to all three.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit too on the nose, but we haven't heard it since the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey, basically, if he actually said with great power comes great responsibility.
No.
With the three Spider-Men.
But you can't have... Marissa Tomei says it in that movie.
Oh, she does.
You can't do that.
Yeah. Can't take that
No,
away
you
from
can't
me.
take that away from her. But, maybe if he's like a little... Like a bodyguard, if he's there at the school when they're working on the gadgets, that would be a cool moment.
And they're looking for something and they can't find it, and he hands it to them.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish they did that.
Well, they can't because he's not alive.
Yeah. Zaito216, the patron. Favorite street-level Marvel heroes? Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Does Spider-Man count?
Whoa. Hey, quick question. So I'm huge into film and want to start a podcast and TikTok, but don't know where to start or who to get. Any advice?
Do you want to go or shall I?
I mean, TikToks.
You have no interest in giving this young man advice?
I just did.
You just said TikToks?
Yeah.
If you make an hour-long episode, you should get 30 to 60 shorts from it that are between 20 seconds to a minute, and then post those shorts 3 times a day.
On
TikTok. Post on Instagram pretty seldom.
Would you rather have all of Tony's suits in the MCU or all the live-action Batman suits?
Also a good question.
Are we talking about like they have the functionality of like?
If that's the case, then it's
obviously Iron Man. If we're just like it's a collectible from this movie, then maybe Batman, but easily Iron Man if that's the question.
Well, most of the Iron Man suits aren't practical, and all of the Batman suits are practical.
You mean like in terms of effects?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if it's like a collector's item, then you'd just be taking home a green suit with ping pong balls.
Which would be kind of cool.
That's true. Lennon Hillman, the patron. Hermione from Harry Potter Deathly Hallows with prep time versus Batman with prep time. Batman with prep time's undefeated,
It's
baby.
Hermione.
No way.
It's Hermione.
No way.
There's a limit to the bullcrap Batman argument.
Absolutely not.
Hermione could potentially take him with no prep time, and Batman has prep time.
Absolutely not.
Hermione is goated beyond belief, and she's smart. She is smart. She's not as smart as Bruce Wayne, but she's smart. If she has smart and magic against Batman, sorry.
He has dealt with magic before.
Yeah, Hermione has prep time.
Batman is undefeated with prep time. Not giving you this.
I don't need you to give it to me. I know.
Batman does not lose a fight with prep time. There's no fight Batman loses with prep time.
Avada Kedavra.
He dodges it.
He dodges it.
Yeah, he's Batman.
Petrificus Totalis. Now you can't move.
Yeah.
Describe how you hope the aliens look. I'm looking at one right now. That's what I want them to look like. Actually, no. Can you? Oh, dude, if we got invaded by a bunch of U's, I'd kill myself on the spot. I would not want to live here anymore.
Just just ridiculously long neck. Very skinny, very tall, big old ears.
Are you describing yourself or the aliens?
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that all of them would have those qualities.
Now, if not, like...
Do you want them to be accurate? Like
accurate to what?
To what we think aliens look like?
Look,
you ever see the movie Paul?
No, but I think I know what you're talking about.
It's an alien.
Yeah.
Like, that looks like an alien. You know what I'm saying?
Like green, you know.
Big eyes, big head, little, like
Martian Manhunter kind of type vibe. Not Martian Manhunter. No, Marvin Martian.
Yes.
Looney Tunes.
Like, yeah, like...
Oh, look. All I'm saying is, if Natiri showed up, I wouldn't be upset.
She's 9 feet tall, brother.
I wouldn't be upset.
Good for you. Good for you. Sarah C., the patron.
Oh, she just joined. She literally joined today or yesterday, I think. She's in my streams a lot as well. She's great.
Welcome to the family. Favorite MCU villain, background/origin story, and why?
So
I like the MCU Zemo.
Emo? You mean ego?
Zemo.
I just heard emo. I was like, who are we? Loki? He's pretty emo.
I like the MCU Zemo.
Yeah.
That's a good backstory. And I like that he's consistent. In Falcon Winter Soldier, when he sees all the vials and he goes, is that what I think it is? And you start smashing them. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. That was a good moment. There's a lot of, Tony Stark creations.
Too many of those.
There's a little bit too many. I might get some hate for this. I was
about to say Vulture. Yeah. Vulture's the best of the Tony Stark haters.
He's the best of the Tony Stark haters, and he's a good villain, but do you like his origin the best?
I think it's cool that he's like just trying to, they bought trucks for this job, and now the people that made the mess are being paid to clean it up. I think that's dope.
It's a good line.
That's great.
Am I going to get hate if I say Ultron? I'm not saying he's the best villain, but it's an interesting to deal with Tony's PTSD and wanting to put a suit of armor around the world and involving the Infinity Stones and Jarvis. I feel like that's all an interesting.
Sure. I'll give it to you.
Yeah. I can't really think of any other.
The MCU just has a villain. It's had a villain's problem for the longest time.
Loki's good, but his origins
Wenwu is really good.
Wenwu is good.
Wenwu's really good.
What about you? Like Namor?
I just like El Niño Sin Amor,
which is part of his origin.
Yeah, that's so good. But no, Wenwu's good because Wenwu, bad guy warlord, finds his wife, quits, then they murder his wife. That's good.
Are you going to talk about Ahsoka's episodes 4?
Nope.
No?
Do you want to?
I haven't seen it yet.
We both know what happens.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it either.
Well, I don't know specifically. I've seen a screenshot of it.
Yeah.
I watched the first 20 minutes of Ahsoka this morning.
Yeah, I think I'm 3 episodes through, but I think we'll just talk about the show when it's over.
Over.
Yeah, and we'll just do a full review for all 6 episodes.
I like it so far. Next.
A-Rod217. Do you think the Ahsoka show, so that's a patron, do you think the Ahsoka show has potential to be better than Andor? No.
I knew you were going to say that. I haven't seen Andor, so I can't answer that. Don't use your grippers to pick that up. Don't.
I'm using my grippers to pick it up. Gross. I just think, through the 3 episodes that I've seen, no. Already, no.
Yeah.
It would already need to be, on the level, and it's not. Whether you like it or not.
What's better, Andor or Loki?
Andor. Not even close.
Interesting.
Andor's the best thing Disney Plus has ever done.
I just think I'm real harsh on TV shows. I really do. Which Spider-Man actor has the best performances outside of Spider-Man? Toby, Andrew, or Tom? Andrew.
Clearly.
Yeah, clearly. Okay.
He was robbed of an Oscar nomination for Social Network.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And people adore him in Tick, Tick, Boom.
Highway robbery.
I'm going to kill that thing.
Superfly.
Your turn.
What's the best DCEU villain? I don't have an answer.
If we include the Snyderverse, I assume you would say Darkseid.
But he's barely in that movie.
Yeah, but he's cool.
And he's very cool. But here's the thing. He's not it's not comic accurate. I actually really like the idea that Darkseid should be just literally the concept of evil. And him as a threat is just talking. I think that's a much more interesting thing than just a conqueror. And he's just kind of a conqueror in Snyder Cut. That being said, that's the best he'll ever look. He looks amazing in the Snyder Cut.
I like Starro.
Yeah, but those are the picks. The DCEU just doesn't have good villains.
A giant star that can't talk, but he was sick.
And scary. Yeah. Actually scary, even though he's a meme villain.
And you kind of feel sorry for him a little bit.
Yeah.
But also he takes over people's faces.
Yeah.
Crazy. Was the Incredible Hulk really that bad? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You gotta get the last word in, Bubba?
No.
Dylan the patron. If you were in the world of Avatar The Last Airbender, which element would you pick and why?
I've had this conversation a lot with people.
I know. I feel like we've had this on the pod.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Oh, you want
Air.
I was so excited. That's my answer. Is that
Yeah.
your answer?
No, water.
Wrong.
I want to bend your blood.
Okay, fine. You're going to be as powerful as Katara, and you can only do it on a full moon, unless you count the core universe, which we're not. You're going to be able to do it once on a full moon if you're an absolute master. No, not worth it. Air, you can just literally glide and fly wherever you want.
I could get an appa.
Not if you're not an airbender.
Really?
They don't bond with non...
Oh.
They're racist.
Wow.
Yeah. There's no answer here other than, like, a lot of people say Earth too, because they're like, well, you can lava bend,
No.
and you can metal bend,
Earth
and you can
sucks.
seismic feel like if people are lying and stuff.
Earth sucks because
If you're back in that day where you can just like no one's going down the street, you can't freaking knock out I-101 or whatever. Okay, like air is less destructive than fire and earth, and no one. You can lava bend. When's the last time you saw some lava? I'm sick of people making that argument. It's air.
no, Earth sucks. Earth is the worst one. Fire is only destructive too.
Exactly.
So
Unless you live in Antarctica,
it's gotta be water or air. I'm fine with you picking air. I have no interest in flying.
Did you just say I have no interest in flying?
I don't like flying in planes. What makes you think I would like to do that without being strapped in?
Because you wouldn't have to be strapped in. You control it yourself. If I want to go down the street, I don't have to get in my car. I just go, phew. You don't want to make an air scooter and just sit there and just go wherever the frick you want? You were renting those little scooters the first 2 months you lived here. Don't have to do that anymore. Just make it out of air.
It's pretty cool. Can they apparate water or no?
Again, if you're really, really good, you can bend it out of the air.
Yeah, that's right.
But not a lot.
I haven't watched that show in forever. I need to.
I know. Literally, I'm the encyclopedia for you.
What?
Colin.
What? What is Iroh's son's name?
Lieutenant.
There you go.
Try me.
You
Colin.
got that wrong at Comic-Con, and I'll never let him live it down.
Colin Foley, the patron. If they were to do another Marvel animated movie in the style of Spider-Verse, who would you want it to be about?
Great question. Great question. Frig.
Hear me out.
Go.
Obviously, you can do one of the big ones. Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, whatever. What if they did a Guardians of the Galaxy in that style?
Nice.
Sometimes I love you.
You can't go one of the big guys. Like, you can't go one of the actual big guys. You can't do a Wolverine or any of the X-Men. It's too tragic. It's got to be a fun guy. So
Spider-Man can be tragic.
no, of course, but it's still not as tragic as Wolverine.
Yeah. Doing the backstory of Project X or whatever the heck.
And it's like this crazy, wacky animated.
Yeah. Okay.
Like think of the movies that they've done in that animation style: Spider-Verse, Mutant Mayhem, and Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots has a full-on panic attack while he's thinking about death.
No, I know, but that's intercut with, "Oh my lord, the great Phoenix,
You're
a monster.
You're redeemable."
Like,
but yeah, imagine Star-Lord, Groot.
that's what I'm saying.
Gamora,
you're
out there.
You're right on the money here. I'm pro this idea, but that's my point. Is like, there's serious stuff in Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
There's serious stuff at the end of Across.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah.
Magneto. You're not doing a Holocaust flashback
you don't
in
have
that
to-
animation style.
Yeah. You can do these characters and not.
TMNT is just pure. Dude, that's my favorite scene in any movie ever.
Patron Burger Clutch, Jake. If you had one day to live, would you tell anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd tell everyone.
Okay, I think that's a bit much. I think the people who are like, I wouldn't tell anyone, I would just live my day. No. Frick
You.
you.
Enjoy the best day ever. If you have 24 hours to live, and you say, I've got 24 hours to live, everybody's going to blow you.
Go to the front. Well, I was thinking way more wholesome, just getting into Disneyland for free. And you were like, I'll get sexual favors.
Nice. Rachel would be a mess.
If you told her.
Oh, you'd be a mess. Can you imagine? If I was like, hey, I've only got 24 hours left and then I'm going to die, you couldn't control yourself. You'd be a mess.
Would she be able to control her emotions enough to blow you?
No.
She'd be too sad.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't tell her.
No, I got to tell her. I got to tell her because if I don't tell her, she'll hate me for the rest of her life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't, like, go on social media and be like, hey, guys, I'm dying tomorrow.
No, I would go on social media.
I wouldn't. I would live half my day or the first part of my day and not tell anyone. And then I would tell just my friends and family and be like, hey, glad we're having fun.
I'm dead.
Yeah, like, I got...
You're going to ruin everybody's day?
You could let me blow you and then tell me you're going to die.
No, because I...
Big brain! That was great! So as soon as you're done, be like, hey-o.
It's the post-nut clarity.
You totally forget about it for like a solid, a few minutes, yeah.
That was good. Good question.
I really hope my brother doesn't watch this episode.
Does your brother typically watch these episodes?
He likes to support it sometimes. His friends watch it.
Good. Dilly Willy the patron. Do you think the White Lotus from Avatar can beat the original Avengers?
Another Avatar question.
Dude, you're gay.
Geeking out.
You have an answer?
I don't know. I don't know who the White Lotus is.
Oh, you're disappointing.
Who's the White Lotus?
The White Lotus is like all the old people who are like really good that come and get bossing say at the end. So it's it's P and Dow, it's Boomy, it's Iroh.
Yes, I remembered as soon as you explained it, but I didn't realize that in the moment.
It's Paku.
All the old people, but that are sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all sick. Dude, Iroh's sick. Have you seen, you know that flashback where it's little Zuko and he's like in Avatar? I didn't know this until very recently. That's Iroh in that flashback. It's not his dad.
You mean when he's holding hands?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. At the house that they burned down?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it was his dad.
Well, yes, when I first watched it, I did. And then I heard that a lot of people theorized that it was Uncle Iroh.
It's clearly Iroh.
Yeah.
If you watch it, which makes it so good. What a great show.
Dude, so good.
Rachel would love that show, but she refuses to watch it because it looks too much like anime. You want to join the podcast and have this conversation?
Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah, she refuses to watch it.
Wait, what show?
Avatar The Last
Oh
Airbender.
yeah, no, I'm not interested.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
She's not...
No, she's crazy.
She's not welcome in the house anymore.
And she...
Yeah, you heard me.
Like, she's so anti-anime. She was a criminology major, okay? And, like, is really into, like, criminal murder mystery shows, okay? Like, really into it. Forensic Files is one of her favorite shows of all time. She watches it, like, constantly, okay? And she loves shit like that. Death Note would be her favorite thing of all time. But she refuses to watch it just because it's anime. Isn't that interesting?
Why are you like a bigot?
It's weird, right?
Why do you...
It's weird.
I'm not into it.
Because...
I don't like the animation style. I don't like it. It bothers me.
What exactly is the animation style of Avatar?
It's just too anime.
Isn't that weird? She would love Avatar.
Also, I just have no interest. It doesn't sound appealing to me.
No, you would love it. You would love it. It's so good. It's like one of the best things ever.
Yep, I don't care. I don't know. It doesn't sound interesting to me. Even if
I'm going to face this way. I can't look at her.
Shall we move her over here?
No.
Andrew's
No.
gonna never talk to me ever.
That's egregious.
Isn't that wild?
To answer the question,
Who was it? White Lotus or Original Avengers?
yes. The answer is difficult. Here's why.
That was really good.
I am oh wait. I'm giving it to White Lotus
I have one response.
if Hulk is not involved.
Thor.
Thor's got lightning. Ira can redirect lightning. I'm not worried about it.
Ooh.
But yes, Thor and Hulk are the only problems. They're dog stomping the other four.
Iron Man?
They're dog stomping Iron Man. They don't even have to think about Iron Man.
Really?
I would take Boomy single-handedly over Iron Man. Boomy's taking down Iron Man.
Because he's just crushing him with some earth?
Yeah, dude, he's just... And he's going to laugh about it. Because Boomy's crazy. But Hulk, how would they take down Hulk? They would have to bloodbend Hulk. And it's not a full moon.
No.
So I don't know.
Hulk is the problem.
Hulk is the problem.
I think Thor is also a problem. Because I will give you, they can bend the lightning.
Yep. You know what else he can do? Uncle Iroh is 100% lifting Mjolnir. And it's not even a question.
Okay. But will he get an opportunity to lift
Absolutely.
Mjolnir? They're going to disarm him?
Absolutely.
Thor, I feel like, is as impenetrable of a force as Hulk, though. Hawkeye and Black Widow are dead. Captain America, dead. I have trouble thinking how easily you think that they're going to kill Iron Man. And how many are there of them? There's 7?
I'm not sure. I mean, there's 4 main ones that you know in the show, but you see... Oh, no, there's also Zhang, who is another firebender. We also have to... The main time we see the White Lotus...
How can he bend lightning? Does that happen in the show?
What?
I really don't remember the show.
Okay.
What is he bending that is lightning? It's fire?
This is painful.
I don't understand. Can you explain to me the physics of it?
Can you explain to me how fire just comes out of their hand?
No.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, that's what the in-universe explanation is that it's fire?
They're not saying lightning is fire. Okay.
You're having trouble explaining it to me, which means it's a fair question.
How would you explain them magically moving a rock?
No, but that's my point. Like, they typically explain it. Like, they can explain...
I mean, I'm pretty sure Uncle Iroh explains at some point, number 1, how he redirects lightning and how to produce lightning, which Zuko cannot do.
Yeah.
Because he has, like, it's an emotion thing. It's like fire. Fire comes from the breath, and they learn this from, like, the dragons and the sun and all this stuff, and it comes not from your muscles, but from your breath, and, like, something about that creates a spark, and you can create lightning. I don't know.
Okay.
The main time we see the White Lotus in full action is in the last 4 episodes when the comet is there.
Yeah.
So if the comet is there, and
it's amplifying their abilities
100 times, and I think they would win. If it's not on that day, you also have to think about, do we do the White Lotus just from the show or from Korra as well? Because I think at that point Toph has joined the White Lotus. I'm not sure. I only watched Korra 1 time. If Toph is in the White Lotus, she can metal bend Iron Man no problemo.
That's true. Lightning, they're redirecting lightning. That doesn't affect Thor, though.
If Thor gets hit by lightning, he's going to have a bad day.
I disagree.
By his own lightning?
Yeah.
He's going to have a bad day.
I disagree. I think he's impenetrable to lightning. He's immune to lightning.
He's immune?
Mm-hmm. Are we done? That's a tough discussion. I don't know. I'm not educated enough on the subject.
I will give it to the... I don't want to give it to the original 6.
Infinity War Avengers, is it easily them?
Yeah, because he's got Scarlet Witch and Vision and...
Scarlet Witch, does she solo the White Lotus?
Mom?
Yes, Mom. Every time we have a Scarlet Witch debate about how strong she is... Rachel, darling, are we still filming? Every time we get into an argument about is Scarlet Witch going to win a fight, how powerful she is, I just think we always underrate how fragile she is. I feel like if you hit her once, she's dead. America Chavez punches her in the face.
She almost takes out Thanos, though. Solo.
And then she gets shot once. She's knocked out.
Thanos.
Yet they rained fire.
But that's my point. I think that she's very fragile. She's a lot more fragile than Hulk or Thor.
I will give it to the original 6 if, both Thor and Hulk are involved. But
Well, they are both involved.
I know.
It's the original 6.
I know,
what kind
but-
of comment is that?
But Hulk gets...
I will say that an NBA team would beat me in basketball because they are in the NBA. That's what you just said.
Yeah, I know. I think they could do it. I think there's a chance.
That the White Lotus can win.
That Boomy could like.
I'm giving this to you. I'm giving you this option. I'm just being devil's advocate and reminding you the abilities of some of these events.
Yeah, we got to move on.
I
don't know.
Do either of you have a type? You do.
What is my type, Alex?
Mexican women. I also have a type. I like little Latinas that also happen to be Jewish. And as many people know, I also have an Asian thing.
Yep. Rebel Josiah, patron.
Yep.
Oh, this is how happy were you when David Montgomery scored a touchdown?
Pumped. That was pretty good. Are you mad at me?
I'm just mad at the energy in the room.
You seem angry at me. You're mad because she doesn't want to watch Avatar.
That, and I'm not educated enough, and
what?
just,
I'm not educated enough?
You said you didn't know enough about Avatar.
I don't.
I'm not mad at you.
That's not my. What the? I've watched it once. I loved it. I give it a 10 out of 10. What more do you want from me?
I'm not mad at you. I'm
actively trying. I would like to rewatch it. I'm actively trying to get her to watch it.
What the frick happened?
So sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for the change in wardrobe and attitude and lighting and overall
attitude.
There you go. That's what I was looking for. Filming cut out. We did a whole MCU Phase 3 ranking.
We ranked every mother effing movie.
There honestly wasn't too much debating.
Because we
know our opinions on that.
The two biggest MCU debates we have are Homecoming and Ragnarok.
So we've already had those enough. And then Rachel came on and Andrew bullied her some more. But now I did
bully her pretty hard.
Lost forever.
It's gone. Bye-bye. Why?
I moved over a mic.
Yeah.
So that Rachel and it unplugged it. And therefore there was no audio for my mic.
And what happened to the light?
I shattered the light.
What happened to the mug?
I shattered the mug.
Do you know who Midas is?
Yes. Are you going to say I'm the opposite?
Yes. Midas, everything he touches turns to gold. Everything you
touch.
touch
the Midas touch.
Is just, you just break.
It hurts.
That you can't touch things without destroying them?
It just hurts when you say it out loud that way.
Just stating the facts, brother.
Okay.
Don't touch me.
I'm
broken enough.
I wasn't going to. But luckily for you guys, this is the most tired each of us have been filming a podcast episode since the episode of the Patreon that everybody knows. If you are a Patreon member, by the way, sign up. You get an extra episode a week in the Finn Big Missile tier.
Extra episode every week. And bro, if you sign up for the Patreon, you get access to the backlog. So you
get everything.
You just instantly get like 20 extra episodes.
Oh, it's intense. It's intense. There's a lot of good stuff. What
are we, camping?
Episode is. Yeah, so I'm in a scarf.
That's not why I said that. You said intense.
Oh.
Got her.
That really got Rachel.
Got her.
Is it getting you because of the Harry Potter thing we went to?
You went to a Harry Potter thing? When?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
We were in Vegas and we went to a bunch of shows and they've got this thing. I forget. It's called
Did you see any boobs while you were there?
Boobs?
In Vegas?
No.
You saw my boobs.
Right? Yeah.
Hey-o.
Oh yeah, we fucked on the balcony.
Okay, can you please stop? Stop, please.
It was intense.
You brought your boobs into this. I can't fault him for that one.
That's absolutely true. So Vegas, we went to a bunch of shows. One of the shows we went to is this thing Potted Potter, which I actually saw in New York off Broadway, but I saw it in New York a couple of years ago. But what it is it's a 2-man Harry Potter show. And they do every book / movie. And it's just 2 of them. So one of them's Harry and then the other guy is everybody else.
Oh, that's sick.
But it's a comedy.
Yeah.
It's hysterical. So you've got the Order of the Phoenix final battle. And they're like, and this person showed up, and this person shows up. And he's running around a cupboard putting the wigs on. So he's like, and then Bellatrix Lestrange shows up, and he's got the wig, and he's like, ah! And then it comes, and Sirius Black, and he's like, and it's funny, and it's really, really funny. But one of the things that they say is, God, 7, this whole book, it's very boring. They're just camping the whole time, and then the rest of the book, there's just death. It's like they should split it up into 2. Just have 1 camping and 1 just death. They'd both be intense. Death, intense. Camping, intense. And it was a little theater. And I was the only person that laughed in our entire theater. And I laughed so hard.
Happens to you a lot.
Yeah, for whatever reason, the jokes that nobody else likes really get me.
For whatever reason.
Okay. So you just told everybody on your stream that you would have sex with me.
Woo. Woo.
If you take away the context, that is a true statement.
Yeah, but can you, for the love, just get a chalkboard out while you're at it? Get some styrofoam. Just.
Now she's doing it to get you.
Yeah, she is.
What's your take on the Justin Bieber drama?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the rice.
Would you like me to elaborate?
Did he say a slur?
No.
Then I don't care.
So, Hailey Bieber is his wife.
That would
She
make
is
sense.
the niece of Haley Baldwin. Excuse me. She is the niece of Alec Baldwin.
No, she's
I was like, who's Haley?
She's formerly Haley Baldwin. She's now Hailey Bieber.
The guy who shot the person?
Yes. He also plays Donald Trump on SNL.
All the controversies.
Wait, they're related? Sorry, I
She's a Nepo baby. Yes.
thought it was because of her dad.
Her uncle is Alec Baldwin.
He shot somebody.
Shot her right. He shot her good. She's dead.
The more you know.
He killed that lady.
He killed the lady.
That was crazy. You know how that happened,
Can you
Rachel?
imagine? I would have so much PTSD from that.
If you killed somebody?
If I accidentally shot somebody,
Yeah. He had a prop gun and he shot a lady on a movie
No,
set.
I know about it.
Oh, okay. So then why'd you say you didn't know?
I didn't know that Haley was his.
we gotta stop talking to her because this can't pick her up.
I'm sorry.
And I don't want to add captions to all this.
Well, we don't have to add captions. We'll add the captions on Patreon.
No, we won't.
Okay. So here's the Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber drama. He formerly dated Selena Gomez. You're a big fan.
You could say that.
Okay. He formerly dated Selena Gomez and then he deleted her. They broke up.
He deleted her.
Then she went on to date The Weeknd. And then The Weeknd and her broke up.
The Weeknd did the Black Panther soundtrack.
Him. And he went on to, after they broke up, write the greatest breakup song of all
My
time.
mama don't like you and she likes everyone.
You know, you're not that wrong. You know? You're not that off because this is a Justin Bieber story and that's a Justin Bieber song.
It's a fire song.
I much prefer the Weeknd breakup song with Selena, which is,
Oh, you were talking about The Weeknd.
yes,
Shoot.
which is,
Yeah, I can't sing a single Weeknd.
Call Out My Name.
Oh. Please don't.
You're right. I might.
Please, for the love. Just tap it or something.
Tap, tap, tap.
Goodness, I'm having
So-
flashbacks to the editing room.
Yeah. So,
Your audio waveform for like 40 minutes was like this, and then there's like a spike, and then it's just blank. Because you just went. And then it's just like. It was brutal. It was hard to watch.
so Justin Bieber formerly dated Selena.
And then he deleted her, and then The Weeknd, and then he made a great song about
Yeah,
it.
but that doesn't matter. I just wanted to go on the tangent because I really like The Weeknd. So,
I like weekends.
me too. We're in The Weeknd.
Saturday night.
You have no idea how excited I am for tomorrow.
SATURDAY. Night. You know that song?
Nope.
It's not by The Weeknd.
Phineas and Ferb.
That's a great guess.
Oh,
It's an actual song.
okay.
Well, Phineas and Ferb songs are actual songs. They're bangers.
Did you hear that they just wrote the song, the first song for the new season?
Yeah, they're coming back. It's crazy.
It's the Song of the Summer is the name of it.
Yeah. All right, he deleted her.
I don't know how they can be writing. Why are they writing?
Why are they writing?
Yep.
Whoa, cancel them. Scabbing.
How good was that pull?
Dan Povenmire's a scab.
I don't think he's a scab because technically he's the showrunner.
No, of course he's not.
But the writers,
I love him.
that's a scab.
I love him.
I know you do.
Yeah.
That was so funny when we saw him at Comic-Con.
And I was just like, hey, Dan.
You were like, hey, you are a comedic genius. Even though you've met him like 50 times.
I haven't met him 50 times.
He was
I
in your
just
video.
congratulated him on his idea for my video that ended up getting millions of views. I was like, hey, that thing that we did because you suggested it did great. And he was like, nice.
Did he remember you?
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Oh. You said that to him?
Yeah, I was like, hey, or the Aglet video we did that you suggested it. And he was like, I was like, yeah, I ended up doing really, really well. Like, nice job. Thank you.
He's a comedic genius, isn't he? So, Justin Bieber. I don't even want to tell the story anymore.
Yes.
You've completely beaten me down.
Why? I'm interested.
How are we doing on time?
I got enough time for a Justin Bieber story.
How are we doing on time? What are we at?
10 minutes.
Wow, we're doing pretty good. Okay. I've got a wager for you. You ready for this?
Yes.
And you're going to do a wager for me.
Okay.
We're going to go to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. If you win, I don't want you to win a set. If you win a single game at a local Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, I will give you 50% of the podcast.
I already get 50% of the podcast.
You will get my 50%.
So I will get 100%.
You will have 100% of the podcast.
For how long?
For the rest of my life.
No, because then you won't do the podcast.
Of course I'll do the podcast. It's my pride and joy.
No, I don't want to take your money.
Okay. Then what can I wager? What do you want me to do? What am I, where am I running around naked?
Yo, we've got to stop doing this.
You were going to say that I was going to run around naked somewhere?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
This is the second time that
We're
you
on
have
the same page.
Yeah, it's getting really
It's
weird.
not weird. This is good for business.
It is very good for business, but for people at home, what was it today? We were on the way to the escape room.
And I said we've got a huge influence over the youth.
Yes! Because
And then-
something led to that. Oh, we were talking about someone in the Discord or
Yeah,
something.
and then the other day we connected as well.
Yeah, it's like every other day where we are saying something that the other person's thinking because we are one.
It's good.
We are yin and yang.
Mm-hmm.
One cannot exist without the other. Perfect balance. Or as they're
Am
called...
I white or black? In the yin and yang, of course.
Of course. Who's closer to being black?
I think I'm white. Absolutely not. If it's we're not having that discussion. Because we both know the answer, and I don't want to have to say it out loud.
Anyways.
But white is typically evil. In the yin and yang. It's the evil and the good.
The white is?
And the black is good.
So you're
I
white.
think I'm white. Because you're kind of the
saint?
You're the nice guy of the podcast.
Sorry, my boob is itchy. You know Yin and Yang's name in Avatar, the fish that live at the North Pole?
Liu Tang.
Were you trying to say Uncle Iroh's?
I thought that was funny.
It's even funnier because you messed it up. It's Lieutenant.
But it's T-E-N-G.
I don't know.
It's not
I thought
T-E-N.
it's L-U space T-E-N. But maybe,
Oh, really?
Maybe not.
If there's a G at the end, then it's Tang.
It's Tui and La, or Tui and La. T-U-I and La, L-A, are the name of the fish. Admiral Zhao tries to kill them. And then Princess Yue gives her life to give them life again, and she turns into the moon.
I remember that.
You banging the moon?
100%. You banging the moon?
If it's Princess Yue.
That's what I'm saying. There's some
And I'm
baddies.
14.
There's some baddies in Avatar.
Yeah, if we're just assuming they're all of age,
They're all of age.
banging.
Schlanging.
Slanging the schlong.
So Korra.
Not banging.
Okay.
I would.
Just cause.
She's the Avatar.
So this is my shtick. She's good from the moment she's born. She's like sick.
What do you mean?
Korra.
Why are we talking about that?
Like she's good at bending everything. Isn't she like a mega prodigy and everything? Because
She-
Aang had to learn.
Don't say Ong, or I'm literally going to lose my mind.
Aang had to learn.
Aang had to learn, but he was a master at airbending really young. Like, he's a really good airbender.
But isn't she a master of everything really young?
She was very much more in tune with her physical side of being able to bend things and not the spiritual side, and Aang was more in tune with...
And the villains in Korra, like, what are they? Like, are they airbenders?
They're everything. They give her everything.
That's sick. You told me that they take the air out of a room.
Yeah.
That's so fire.
They killed the Earth Queen by sucking her...
That's so sick.
Yeah. It was pretty brutal.
What a great idea for that
Yeah.
universe. It's a shame you don't like that show.
I don't dislike it. I think they jumped the shark.
How so?
Like in the first season.
Yeah.
Right? In the first season, okay, so they have Amon, or whatever his name is the villain. And he is able to take people's bending away. Okay, that's like his main thing. That is the climax of the Avatar The Last Airbender show. Is Aang taking away Fire Lord Ozai's bending. At the very end of a 4-part episode series, after a 3-season long thing, he learned how to energy bend from a lion turtle. He fought the main bad guy of the show.
Turtle.
Like,
Yeah.
and all of that. Now, it turns out to be like Amon doesn't do it the same way as Aang, and it wasn't permanent. Like, they could get their bending back. But at the same time, the explanation for why he was able to do that is he was actually a waterbender, and he could blood bend people's chakras into blocking their ability to bend. And the way he was doing that was just using his mind to blood bend without a full moon. So they jumped the shark, number one, with Aang's ability to take people's bending away, and then being able to bend without having to move your arms, which is also a thing in Avatar, and then also being able to blood bend not on a full moon. So they gave Amon these powers, and like they gave him like 3 of the things that were rules in Avatar The Last Airbender are things that were like extremely difficult to do and were like peak things, and like let him skip all that and do all of those things. And it was just like, first season, I was like, this is
Too much, too quick.
yeah, too stupid.
That's interesting.
Mainly because I like Avatar so much, and like bloodbending only on a full moon. Katara couldn't bloodbend not on a full moon, at least in the show, right? And then,
But this is so far down the line. It's like 100 years later, right?
yeah, but it's still the same bending. Like,
But like that's my point. Like there's developments in medicine 100 years. So it's the same thing with Star Wars. Like a lot of people don't like the projecting power. But it's like what? This is 100 years after.
yeah,
the
but
Jedi have
again,
been
there's
around?
there,
like
but if in Empire Strikes Back they made a rule that was like you can't use the Force unless you do this with your hand,
Yeah.
and then in the prequels, they're not having to do that, and he's not only not having to do that, he's also bloodbending without a full moon and taking people's bending away. Like if there were like 3 rules that were like it's like to take out the Emperor, Luke had to move his arms on a full moon and take Siddi's power away, and then someone was able to do that in episode 1 without doing any of those things. Like that's the difference.
no. I understand.
And like advancements in bending, I'm totally fine with. Toph created metal bending, right? But they explained it, and then in Korra, there's tons of people metal bending.
Okay.
Because she started a metal bending academy. Like there's an explanation for that, not just Amon can blood bend, and then there's also a scene where he blood bends. He blood bends not on a full moon without moving his arm. An entire room full of people, like 50 plus people, without moving, including Aang the Avatar, and then just leaves.
he just does it. He's just sitting there.
He's in court, on trial, with handcuffs on, and then he just decides to go, and then everyone in the room can't move. And then he just gets up and he walks out.
That's
too much.
Too OP.
Like, Aang
is in it? I thought
Aang is in the
died.
room. This is a flashback.
Oh, wow.
Aang was in the room at the time. Now, once he got out of the room, Aang went into the Avatar state and caught him eventually. But, like, that scene bothered me, too.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
And that's not that much later.
No, I mean, Aang was like an adult. But
Yeah. How did Aang look as an adult? Did it look weird?
No, they make all the characters look pretty good.
Oh, that's cool.
They're all pretty
I got to look that up.
Aang as an adult.
Yeah. Because I haven't even seen Old Lady Toph.
Old Lady Toph is sick. I wish they'd let her do more, though.
This is Aang?
Let me see. Yeah.
Is he played by J.K. Simmons?
No, that's his son though. His son is.
Really?
Yeah.
That's his son? How funny. Dude, what a great show that was.
Yeah.
When are we going to
I
rewatch
wish everyone
it?
would watch it.
Yeah, me too. When are we going to watch it?
I want to watch it again. I want to watch it at AOT again too, but that's a lot.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely Toph. This old lady?
Yeah.
This is Toph as fuck. Dude, shout out Toph.
Shout out Toph. One more thing.
Yeah, sure. I mean, what do you want to talk about?
You running around naked somewhere.
Yes, so if you win a single game of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Why Yu-Gi-Oh?
Because it's a very difficult game to learn.
Yeah, but it's boring and I don't want to.
I'm just saying that, like, I
Speaking of playing cards and playing trading card games, don't say it yet.
Sorry.
We're not sponsored yet.
Beep.
We might be sponsored.
Probably not, though.
What's the deal, brother?
What?
Why aren't we sponsored?
I know. Sponsor us.
Let's do a little seance circle. And like manifest. Do you have any crystals? I gotta go get a crystal from Haley.
Oh, okay. In Andrew's absence, I am going to sing. There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor. They pull up in their carriages and gawk at the students and watch them talk. Take Philip Schuyler, the man is loaded. But uh-oh, little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, sneak into the city just to watch all the guys at work. Angelica, work, Eliza, and Peggy. The Schuyler sisters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, work. Daddy said to be home by sundown. Daddy doesn't need to know. Daddy said not to go downtown. Like I said, you're free to go. Look around. The revolution's happening in New York. Angelica, work.
That was horrible.
I brought the dildo one.
That's a dildo.
Totally.
It's a mushroom, but like...
Okay, here. Universe, we are manifesting today sponsorships, ad reads, brand deals. We want to be richer. We want to buy more things. We want to give away more things to the audience. We want to be sellouts. Please send us the best brand deals the universe has to offer, and we will respond accordingly. Thank you.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Is this sacrilegious? Here we are praying to something that is very much not your God.
Yeah. But these are rocks, and this is clearly a bit. Haley's just really stupid for having these.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just making sure that your deity is not going to punish us now.
I have an infinity stone.
This quartz is pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's not quartz. These are all made of plastic.
That was all a joke, by the way, yeah. But
they're cool, though. This is an infinity stone. You're absolutely right.
That's the soul stone.
Yeah, right here.
You throwing me off the cliff for a soul stone?
No.
No?
No. I couldn't do a podcast if I threw you off the cliff. No. My brother, maybe.
Mario. He's gone.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No. Because what does the soul stone do for me?
Gives you a soul.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like...
You want to manifest anything else before we leave?
A blowjob.
Okay.
I like that we're putting the penis in the middle. Universe. Please make sure I get some sloppy tonight. Universe, please make sure I get that mouth tonight.
All right, that's enough from me. I don't think she was listening. All right. We can say bye now. Bye-bye.